The Untold Truth of American Actor Jan Michael Vincent. Jan Michael Vincent was born on July 15, 1944, in Denver, Colorado. From a young age, it was clear that he had a natural charisma and talent, qualities that would eventually propel him into the limelight. Raised in a military family, Vincent's early years were marked by frequent moves due to his father's service, which instilled in him a sense of adaptability and resilience. His family settled in California, where Vincent would later become involved in acting, a decision that would define his life and career. His early experiences and adaptability laid the foundation for his ability to thrive in the competitive world of Hollywood. He was discovered while attending Ventura College and soon began appearing in minor television roles in the late 1960s. One of his earliest and most notable roles came in the popular Western series Bonanza. His performances were solid, and it wasn't long before his good looks and undeniable screen presence earned him a steady flow of television work, which laid the foundation for his later success in film. Vincent's rise to fame began in the 1960s, when he started to gain recognition for his roles in television and film. His breakout role came in 1971, when he starred in the film The Undefeated, alongside legendary actor John Wayne. Although the film was a Western, Vincent's performance stood out, capturing the attention of both critics and audiences. He quickly became known for his rugged good looks, his intense screen presence, and his ability to portray characters with depth and complexity. His early career was marked by a series of successful roles, which included starring in films like The Mechanic, 1972, with Charles Bronson, a gritty action movie that showcased his potential as a leading man in the action genre. Throughout the 1970s, he appeared in several films, including Big Wednesday, 1978, a coming-of-age surf drama in which he played the lead role of Matt Johnson. His portrayal of a laid-back surfer-turned-war veteran was both critically acclaimed and beloved by fans, solidifying his status as a heartthrob and a serious actor. In the 1970s and 1980s, Vincent's career reached new heights as he found himself in increasingly prominent roles in both television and film. He became best known for his iconic portrayal of Stringfellow Hawk in the hit TV series Airwolf, 1984–1986. The show, which centered around a high-tech helicopter and its reclusive pilot, became a cultural phenomenon and solidified Vincent's place in pop culture history. His portrayal of Hawk, a tortured and complex character, resonated with viewers and earned him a devoted fanbase. Airwolf was a major success and helped define the action-adventure genre of the 1980s. Despite his success, Vincent's personal life was marked by challenges that would later overshadow his career. Like many actors, he struggled with the pressures of fame and the intense scrutiny that came with it. His struggles with addiction to alcohol and drugs were well documented, and these issues would have a lasting impact on his career. At the height of his fame, Vincent's battles with substance abuse led to multiple stints in rehabilitation and caused him to miss work opportunities. His personal troubles became public knowledge, and he found himself increasingly alienated from the Hollywood elite. However, his talent and contributions to the entertainment industry were undeniable, and his legacy continues to inspire many, despite the difficult path he walked. Despite his professional success, Jan Michael Vincent's personal life was fraught with turmoil. As his career soared, so did his battles with alcoholism and drug addiction, which became increasingly public in the 1980s. His issues with substance abuse began to take a toll on his work. Reports of Vincent being difficult to work with, missing rehearsals, and showing up on set intoxicated started to circulate. These problems contributed to Airwolf's eventual decline, and after the show was cancelled in 1986, Vincent's career entered a downward spiral. Vincent's addiction problems weren't limited to the set, they also wreaked havoc on his personal life. He had several run-ins with the law, including arrests for drug possession, drunk driving, and domestic violence. His tumultuous relationships with women, including multiple marriages, were plagued by violence and instability. Despite attempts at rehabilitation, Vincent's struggles with alcohol and drugs persisted, and his once promising career began to fade as fewer directors and producers were willing to take a chance on him. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Jan Michael Vincent's once bright star had significantly dimmed. Although he continued to act in smaller roles in B-movies and low-budget productions, the major film offers had dried up. His reputation as a difficult actor to work with, combined with his ongoing personal problems, made it hard for him to regain the stature he had once enjoyed in Hollywood. Films like Extro 2, The Second Encounter, 1990, and Raw Nerve, 1991, were far from the big-budget blockbusters of his earlier career. Vincent's performances, while still occasionally showing glimpses of his former brilliance, were often overshadowed by his off-screen troubles. In 1996, Vincent's life took a tragic turn when he was involved in a near-fatal car accident that left him with permanent injuries, including nerve damage and the amputation of part of his right leg. The accident marked a significant decline in his health, and he would later reveal that he suffered from chronic pain as a result of his injuries. His physical decline mirrored the disintegration of his once promising career, and by the 2000s, Jan Michael Vincent had largely disappeared from the public eye. In his later years, Vincent lived a life of relative seclusion, far removed from the Hollywood spotlight. Financial difficulties, ongoing health problems, and his struggles with addiction continued to plague him, and he made few public appearances. In rare interviews, Vincent spoke candidly about his regrets and the toll his lifestyle had taken on him, both personally and professionally. He expressed remorse for the choices that had derailed his career and acknowledged the damage his addictions had caused to his life and relationships. In an interview on October 24, 2014, with the National Enquirer, Vincent revealed that his right leg had been amputated just below the knee in 2012 after he contracted a leg infection as a result of complications from peripheral artery disease. After that, he walked with a prosthetic limb, although he was sometimes forced to use a wheelchair. Jan Michael Vincent passed away on February 10, 2019, at the age of 74, due to cardiac arrest. His death marked the end of a tragic life, filled with promise and potential but marred by personal demons. In the wake of his passing, many fans and colleagues remembered him as a uniquely talented actor who, despite his flaws, left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. While Jan Michael Vincent's career may have been overshadowed by his personal struggles, his legacy as an actor endures. For those who grew up watching Airwolf or saw him in films like Big Wednesday, Vincent remains an iconic figure, a symbol of both the promise and the pitfalls of Hollywood stardom. His life serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame and the devastating impact of addiction. Despite the challenges he faced, Jan Michael Vincent will always be remembered for his magnetic performances and the unique, rugged charm that made him one of the most memorable actors of his time. Jan Michael Vincent was one of the most enigmatic and talented actors of his generation, known for his rugged good looks, natural acting ability, and compelling on-screen presence. Despite his undeniable talent, Vincent's career was marked by both stunning successes and tragic downfalls. His journey from a rising star in Hollywood to a figure shrouded in controversy and personal turmoil is one of the most compelling and heartbreaking stories in the world of entertainment. His life was filled with contradictions. He was a heartthrob with an edge, a beloved leading man who struggled with demons behind closed doors, and a Hollywood success story who faced devastating personal and professional challenges.